5-gallon bucket. I owe this little gem to my best friend Mike. He's a wallpaper hanger, and he called me up one day and he said, I've got an idea for you on something that you can use for your gym. And when I said, what? He said 5-gallon buckets. And I had never thought about it before, mostly because I never deal with 5-gallon buckets, but he uses these things full of paste every day. And as you can see, I have plenty of them. And you can use these things for practically anything. I've taken this one and nailed a piece of wood to the bottom of it, and I can use it for a seat. I normally use it, from time to time, I've been known to ride a dirt bike, and I use it for a dirt bike prop to sit my bike up on, and I don't have a kickstand on it. Of course, you can turn them upside down, store your tools in there. Tons of different uses for these 5-gallon buckets, but for this purpose, we are going to use them for our homemade gym. Now, the one flaw that I found with these 5-gallon buckets was the handle. It's a dinky little thing. It's pretty flimsy. It's not really stuck into much, and I don't think it's designed to actually hold very much weight. The bucket itself will hold a good bit of weight. So I tried to think of a way to improve on that handle, and I think I've got it. So as you can see here, this is actually 3/4 inch PVC pipe. You can go a little bit bigger if you like. I should have, but this is what I had laying around. So it's what I've done. And you can see I've got this handle a little bit taller than that. And that's for the purpose of, actually I've got too much weight in here now for me to be able to curl on my own. I think there's probably about 75 pounds in there, but I've got it in there to the point that I could actually do a curl. So, what is my handle design? Pull this out of the way, and this is what I've done. This bucket is full of sand. I've already got my rope pre-cut that I can speed on through this little section, this little video clip. If you're interested, the sections of rope that I cut are approximately 60 inches long. So here is my process. I'm going to pull this wire out. You probably don't even need a tool, but you just take and bend. Well, there. And then this side slides right out. You can use them for a trash can. Now I have 1/2 inch drill bit, and I'm going to go in right at the same spot where the handles were, but right here is where the handle was, and I instead am going to, let me bring it up here. I'm going to drill. I'm going to make my hole right about here, just up underneath this. And as you can see, if you're not familiar with a 5-gallon bucket, there's a nice ridge line right here. And I'm going to take my rope and lay it right along this line and then go inside that hole right there. So, two pieces of rope in the hole. One of the pieces will loop around the back side and into the other hole. The other piece will go around the front side. and into the hole. Okay. And I will pull these tight. Get them up in there. Doesn't matter, of course, if you pull them tight or not. But now for the handles. PVC pipe, I cut them basically hand width. I just put it in my hand. I have PVC cutters that I just put on there and it acts like scissors. Otherwise, you can use a hacksaw or something like that. And I'm going to slide the PVC on. Another nice thing about this is that you can interchange these handles whenever you feel like it. So, PVC's on. Now, to tie these up and make sure that I don't have to deal with one being longer than the other or something like that, what I did was I take this piece that comes from the front and I tie it to the other piece on this side. Hope that makes sense. But it's basically tying the two ropes together. Instead of tying one rope to itself, I'm tying one rope to the other rope, but on opposite ends coming into the bucket. And I'm going to tie a square knot, which is left over right and then right over left. Those are the easiest knots, and they hold really well. So there's one. And there's two. And now check the length of the rope. This side is a little bit longer than the other. No problems. Pull a little bit of slack. It's just like with your shoelaces. And just like that, they're even. Slide the handle up and over it. One thing about the 3/4 inch, depending on what size rope you use, and speaking of rope, I didn't use anything in particular. This is rope that I had laying around the house, most everything. I've got a lot of stuff laying around the house. This is standard clothesline. If you were to go out and buy some clothesline rope, that's what it is. But you can go out and just buy a big bundle of heavy duty rope of some sort, and it should do you just fine. So, there it is. This is the sand. It's considerably lighter than the tire irons. So you can see it's long enough that I can do a curl with, yet at the same time, I'm still able to stand up straight and get them off the ground. So this is fantastic for, like I said, doing curls. You can do farmer's walks with them. You can do uneven because you just put different amounts of weight in one as you do the other. Fill these things with anything from water to sand to rock to, I have lead weights in here from the local tire shop. Put cinder blocks in them, bricks, it'll hold anything. So fantastic piece of homemade equipment that's super cheap. You can pick these up at any hardware store for I think around $2.50 or $3. But the best way to go is going to be to contact a local wallpaper hanger like my buddy Mike, or you can call up a painter, you can call up a sheetrock guy. About any contractor can get his hands on literally dozens of these, and they probably will not have a problem with giving you as many as you want to have. So there you have it, my friends. 5-gallon bucket, one of the cheapest, easiest, and best homemade, best pieces of homemade gym equipment that I can think of. So thanks again to my boy Mike, and we'll be seeing you.